morning, everyone. Gablini with another video today. This is for a 2H sword and board DK. I'll show you something that you can do to make it a dual wield sword and board or dual wield eye staff. But anyways, this is how I've been running it. This is what I've been having fun with. Herb Breton, 15 magic, 25 health, 24 stam. These are our rough stats. I think there's probably some buffed here earlier, but warrior is the Mundus. You can go the lover. However, I think this is better with the warrior. The set we're using gives us a lot of penetration, so really found that the warrior is just better. We can hit like 7k weapon and spell damage with up to like 17k, maybe even higher penetration. Vamp stage 3, still worth it in the new patch, so we're picking that up. Orzogas for the food. You can run jewels if you don't have Orzogas. It's kind of the same thing, just a little shittier. Hop into the gear. Since we're on DK, blood spawn as always. Medium in pen helmet, heavy in pen shoulder. These are reversible. You could put B here, medium here. It's fine. But next set, trickery on the back bar. We have in pen gloves, in pen boots, both medium, with a heavy legs reinforced. And then we have sword of trickery back bar defending with a sturdy shield back bar. Running poisons with some cost increase on here. You don't have to run these. You could run the weapon and spell damage enchant. I have so many poisons and I've just been trying to go through them lately, so anyways, for our front bar set, we're actually running Oak Fathers. Now, when this set first dropped, kind of skeptical on it, but I've heard a lot of really good things. Decided to try it out, and I have to say it's probably one of the best 1vx sets you can put on by far. Your Dragon Knight, at least. I've only tested it on DK. It is so good. You hit such high numbers with this thing, and I've seen in fight 7k weapon damage, 16k penetration, up almost the whole time. Like, it's just insane how strong this set is. Since it doesn't specify only one enemy, and in a 1vx situation, so many other enemies will have different major buffs and minor buffs, so it really excels in like a 1vx. We're running Nirnhoned on the Maul with the weapon damage on the front bar. You could go sharpened. I do have a sharpened Maul that I've been using. Like I said, we already hit such high penetration, like 16k pen. We're starting to hit some fall off, which is why I went Nirnhoned instead, because I'd rather start picking up on weapon damage at that point. Increases our healing, and yeah, I think Nirnhond's better for this kind of thing. I forgot to mention trainee heavy reinforced chest, by the way. 2 rings on Oak Fathers, both infused, and a light in-pen belt. You want the belt to be your Oak Fathers because since it's a light armor set, you want your smallest piece of armor to be the smallest number, just the belt. So, and then Mythic is always Saint and Seducer. I mean, I really can't get off this Mythic. I think it's just too fucking good, and this also helps build our Oak Fathers a little bit. So, if you don't have Oak Fathers, you can go Markin, you can go Sea Serpent, and you can go Death Dealers. However, since I have Saint and Seducer, I don't see any point in running those other 2 or 3 that I just named. Anyways, for potions, I have immovables and tri-stat pots. I always use immovable and tri-stat pots. I know a lot of people have been asking me what pots. Tri-stat pots always. Unless I specify in a build, it's always going to be tri-stats, because they're just, I mean, why not? Moving on to the skills. Dizzying Swing. For the off balance passive, kind of also our stun as well. Whip as always, you can gain an extra 300 weapon and spell damage here from activating the Ardent Flame abilities. 1 stack for every 3 abilities you use. Noxious Breath helps us build our whip. It's our major breach. Reverse Slice, you can go Executioner if you're solo. Might be better for you. The reason I have Reverse Slice here is because the gameplay that I did have, that I lost unfortunately, I was using Reverse Slice, and it was kind of helping me clean up some more of the enemies that we were fighting. But forward momentum, you can get minor endurance out of this, which is super nice, and it also makes the buff last for 40 seconds on the, well, really on all of it, as opposed to rallies 20 seconds only. This also gives us snare and immobilization immunity. Take flight for our ulti. If you wanted to, you could go Berserker Strike. However, we have Corrosive on the back bar, so really not a whole point to do that. Corrosive is kind of like this, but maybe not better, just more defensive, I guess. You could still run this because it does do a lot of damage. However, I just run Leap, so flex spot if you want to try Berserker Strike. As you can see, I haven't tried it, but Flames of Oblivion for our crit. This also helps build our whip. Cinderstorm, really strong heal that we get every 1 second. I also like to use this stuff in doorways. I'm like kiting a doorway and I'm trying to run, I'll drop it in the doorway, hide it, kind of gain myself some speed, because since I'm not running any race against time or anything, I mean, really you rely on these two to kind of reduce the enemy speed and break out of snares while you just kind of move at a regular pace. Running Healing Soul, really good burst heal. We have Druid's Resurgence on it to restore 600 magic and stamina every time we cast it. Grants us major vitality. Now Trickery gives us this anyways, but still I think it's really good to have. We can get a higher uptime on it, just be tankier overall. Resolving Vigor and Hardened Armor, and then like I said, Corrosive back bar. If you wanted a cheaper cost defensive ulti, you could go Spell Wall on the Sword and Board. I think Corrosive is probably the better ultimate, but I'm just giving you guys some options. You know, you don't have to copy this exactly to a T. But Spell Wall can be pretty good. It's a lot lower cost than Corrosive Armor, but the drawback is it's really just a pure defensive item. It also doesn't last as long as Corrosive either. But for the optional dual wield setup, if you did not want to run 2H, I would just go both maces of Oak Fathers, one Nirnhoned, one Sharpened, and this is probably kind of like how I would set up the skills. Essentially, you still have Whip, you'll have Deep Breath, Noxious, Shattering Rocks, Flames of Oblivion, Igneous, and then all of our defensive stuff pretty much stays the same. I would probably, though, swap just depending on what kind of fights I'm getting into. Venomous Claw would be good here, help keep our sustain up too with this status effect. If you wanted speed, personally I would go Quick Cloak and do something like this. I really like Quick Cloak, it also makes us a lot tankier. But you could even go Race Against Time too, for the snare removal as well. I would just put that here. Optional as well, Rending Slashes, we can get some bleed damage out of it. And that's pretty much it. There's really not a whole lot else I would change as far as the front bar goes for the dual wield setup. But in any case, Let me just throw this back on here and we will get into the CP. We're running Exploiter since we are running the off balance. This will help us get 10% extra damage. We already gained Major Berserk from our Mythic, so I didn't really feel like going for that morph. Resilience, as always, for the crit resist, Duelist rebuff, and Fighting Finesse. I'm pretty solid on all of these. I mean, I wouldn't really take one of them out personally. But in the red tree, we got a little more flex spots going on. Sustained by Suffering, Pain's Refuge, Survival Instincts. Now, I'd run Celerity personally, just since I'm not running a speed buff. So this will kind of help us be actually a little bit faster. If you did not want to run Celerity, I'm still a really big fan of Peace of Mind just for the mag sustain. It's been really fucking laggy lately. Slippery could also be kind of a good option, because a lot of times I found that these laggy ass fights, it's super nice to get this break free that's like instant, that is not tied, it's server side or client side, I don't remember. Whatever one's the faster one. I think I don't know. In any case, that's pretty much it for the CP. This build, however, though, is really gnarly. I think Oak Fathers is definitely probably top 3 damage set for DK right now. It's probably number 1. Maybe not just DK. It's really just a strong 1vx set, and I feel like it's pretty nice having that in the game. Because the 1vx gameplay, 2vx, 3vx, it's just, now it's so geared towards Zergs, and they've just been doing that for years and years. It's nice to get a set like this where one player can get a ton of weapon and spell damage if they're outnumbered. I mean, granted, the Zerglings can use it too, right? But it's just, in essence, if we have a 1 versus 5 and I'm running this one set and they're all 5 running this one set, well, they're not getting the benefit like we are, because there's only one of me and I only have so many buffs. And since they're running so many different majors and minors, there's 5 of them, it really benefits us as the 1vxers. So hopefully this set stays the same. Hopefully they don't get rid of it, because this shit is so gnarly. Between this and Mechanical Acuity, I think these are my 2 favorite sets for Dragon Knight right now. But in any case, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna try and get some more gameplay on this one. I don't have any today because recently I was playing a lot of PUBG and some other games with my friends, and I was recording those games, and I didn't realize that when I went back through my saved footage, I accidentally deleted all the fucking gameplay for this that I had. I even deleted the build video. I had this build video made like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, and when I was trying to fit some more space on my hard drive to record PUBG and some Call of Duty Zombies that I've been playing, I fucking deleted all my gameplay on accident, and when I tried to get it back, it was too late. It was gone by the time I realized I had accidentally deleted it. So in any case, I'm gonna just try and upload some gameplay clips of this at a later date. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments as usual, and I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next one.